Sometimes later never comes. Do it now. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, crazy cryptocurrency markets, right? What do we even got? We were moving sideways, trying to get above that $12,000 line. Everybody had it set in stone, it seemed like, that we were going to break above 12 yesterday. And here we go, retracing like 4%, coming in right there a little bit below that 11,400 area. Not enough of a drop to say that we're, leaving the channels and doing all kinds of crazy technical analysis stuff of heading into a bear market. But we're going backwards, right? And hey, that's part of these crazy cryptocurrency markets. It's about having the cojones right now to go ahead and buy the dip, right? Because long term, we know that Bitcoin's part of the future. It seems like every year they're starting to embrace it. They can't get enough of it once they get their head wrapped around what we actually have here with this digital peer-to-peer currency that has so much decentralization involved with it that we're hitting 80 quadrillion hashes per second. All right, you guys. I know that I've been out here winging it, right, the last couple episodes by myself. But I am glad to say that we have our wonderful co-host, Sammy, joining us this evening.
Good evening, everyone.
How is your triumphant return, Samantha?
Well, I didn't find out until, it was like 8 o'clock at night when I left yesterday from my job, and I found out that I did not work today or tomorrow. So it's pretty triumphant at this exact moment. I was really hating the man.
So what do we got going on today? Well, we got a little bit of news to talk about. Of course, we're going to try to do a little bit of tally fundraising around here. Besides that, we're going to be talking about what's going on with the channel because, hey, time's progression. We got to keep up with what's going on around here and what we're going to be doing as we get further down the pipeline. We got to keep the channel going. We got to keep things up and moving. What's our best foot forward kind of stuff. And as always, we want you to comment in the chat. We want to know what you got going on. We want to know what you are thinking. We want to know what we can get you to do to come help us spread some Bitcoin awareness, right? Because that's one of our biggest things around here. Yeah, Samantha?
Yep, it is. It is.
Care less about the price of Bitcoin today. Right? Care less about the FUD and the altcoins and everything else. When it gets right down to it, we're here for the revolution because the revolution is separating state and currency, and we need this for all of us to be on equal footing. It has been the biggest thing holding us down for over a generation, and we can do this. It may not be our generation. It may be a little late as I'm getting closer and closer to 40. But hey, maybe I can make a difference for my son, Eugene. Maybe I can make a difference for my grandchildren. I got to do something about it. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines. Right, Samantha? We're not going to just sit here and say, oh, that's the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, screw the way it is.
Yeah, well, hey, I keep telling you, there's always the jungle. Lots of space down there, and no one really tells you what to do.
Oh, but there's so many creepy, deadly things out there. Like, no bueno.
Well, what do we got going on? Is anybody joining us in the chat? Am I wasting my breath as I get out here talking about this totally new form of currency, which is specifically designed for the internet?
Well, we have 5 people watching and 4 thumbs up. Yay.
All right, you guys. I appreciate the thumbs up. It means a lot to us. It helps. Ooh, the thunder's coming.
That sounded nice.
That's another one of the reasons we got the show going on a little bit earlier. We seen the rain was coming. I figured we'd get out here. We'd get the show done before the rain came. I hate canceling the show because it's raining out here. But we've done the screen share on the inside. And whoa, yeah, we need some sound padding in there for sure.
We need a few things for sure. Like, oh, yeah. Okay, so the Fundy is here. Hi, Fundy, are you?
Nice, my man. I'm glad you could join us all the way down there in Australia.
Yes. Ooh, jinglings. Okay. I don't know what it was.
Probably push notification letting us know that my YouTube channel is going live. So everybody should be coming to join us right now to talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Hey, better late than never that YouTube's pushing the notification.
Right. At least it's, the worst was where it was like 3 days after I would get, and I'm like, oh, so 3 days ago, like video, they're wanting to promote now. Okay, so the fundy says, let's sit here for a while. 11K is good. Consolidate like we did around 400 US a year or two before the last happening.
I mean, as long as Bitcoin's on the other side of $10,000, I like it because I think the math is easy.
I know.
I mean,
The big
that's a
round
really
numbers.
selfish and stupid reason for it, but I mean, of course, I'd love it to go back down to the $700 range and pick it back up where I started and do this whole thing all over again with the knowledge I have now. But unfortunately, the clock does not turn backwards. Time moves in one direction only. And all I can do is learn from my mistakes and realize that I got to keep daily cost averaging this, find the dips and buy what I can because I am going to change my life.
Oh yeah, it
Right?
already has, but yes, there's
I'm going to
so
change
much
it.
more.
I'm going to change it beyond, right? You always, I don't know if it's me, right? But I compare myself to the rest of my family, right? I look at them and I say, where are they at and what am I doing that's better and what are they doing that's better than me? Because, I mean, unfortunately, I want to do better than them. You know, it's the forest curse not to do well in life, right? So I like to think, all right, well, am I doing better than the rest of the forest? All right, well, then I'm doing all right. Well, I got to get some higher standards, right? Because right now it's what? The ideal of $1 million in 10 years, is that really unrealistic, Samantha? I mean, I know people like to say 5 million in 5 years, but I don't think that's possible. But $1 million in 10,
take a little longer than that, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we do have some Bitcoin, you know, and Bitcoin price is going to go to 6 digits.
I mean, I don't know if that's our fight always is, you know, you never want to spend the Bitcoin. You never do. And I mean, the fact that you don't want to means that you really do deep down inside know that it's going to be worth a lot more and you will be kicking yourself later.
I don't know. I mean, I guess at first it seemed like Bitcoin flowed through my hands and through my wallet so easily that it was, I was under the impression and the feeling that, you know, you had to spend Bitcoin to help utilize the network because utilizing the network showed that it had value and that, you know, if you spent it, it would also come back in. Well, I mean, the bear market showed me that you don't have to get deposits into your wallet. Yeah. You know, Bitcoins can be a one-way transaction where you just spend the stuff.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of news, though, about people getting some stuff in their wallet.
Hold on. So the funny you asked, any way we can send fiat without Google taking the cream off the top? Well,
yes,
there's the Facebook
there is the Facebook link down below, and I put up a fundraiser on that. That is how Paul Rouleau and Katie have donated via their credit card or debit card or whatever it is.
Like literally like 20 cents.
Yes, I get
I
get $18.97, I think it was, or $19.18.
No, it's $19.18.
$19.18 out of a $20 donation. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that is absolutely the very best way I have found. Fiat wise to get the money to me, to us, to the channel, to the nonprofit, to the flyers, right? Because that's pretty much what we're talking about, is that we've been trying to get up to the Wakanda Festival. I've been kind of struggling with that one today too. I mean, I was thinking I just want to go ahead and put all like $500 and something on the credit card for both tickets with the taxes and the service fees and all that crap that they add on to it. And
there's an anthill over here. We might want to take care of that on my side of our tableness.
Oh, I haven't stood over there yet.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Time to do the whole yard again, probably.
With the whole
you can't ever get done with the yard. I mean, I guess I would have to not have a job so I can hang out back here and putt around. That's why those old men do it.
Yes.
That's why they're putting around all the time in the yard.
That's what retirement is. Yeah.
This would be nice.
Whole nother level.
Yeah, the food forest.
Oh yes.
All right, well, we're way off topic here.
Andy Anderson is also here. He says, hi, gang.
Andy,
I'll watch Adam later. So apparently Adam's on at the same time.
Oh, I didn't notice that one.
Figures. All right.
I was trying to get the episode done and out of the way earlier. As you guys can hear in the background, the rain is starting to accumulate. But hey, right now, what do we got going on for news? Not really too much going on with Bitcoin moving. Well, I mean, it's down a little bit, but still in that sideways channel action. People are waiting for this to pop up to the upside. You know, More than likely it's going to, right? That is what everybody's feeling. Bitcoin's been on the move upwards this year. You can't really hold a good thing down. The news has been positive. A lot of people have been getting behind it. If we do see some retracement backwards, it's healthy retracement, right? We're not going back down into another bear market. We're heading upwards. We're heading onwards. We're going to see $15,000. We're going to see $20,000. We're going to see $100,000. Before you know it, hindsight, it's always going to be 2020. And what is happening with this light dusting that's happening with the LTC? Is this a problem or not? I was really trying to wrap my head around this one. And then first, the thing I could start thinking up with is, Binance is the one that pointed this all out.
Yes.
Maybe they paid a hacker to do this to draw the attention away from them.
Oh, you mean promotional, like hacking?
Right. Like, hey, I'm going to, drop off a bunch of Litecoin with you. You go and dust a bunch of people. We're going to point it out on Twitter. And that's going to draw the attention and be like, hey, look over here. Look over here. There's something happening, instead of everything that's happened with Binance that everyone keeps talking about, because that's been the news pretty much for the last 3 days straight. Ever since Ivan broke the news on his channel in the middle of the night, that's all everyone's been wanting to talk about.
I don't know. It definitely was pretty elaborate.
546 Satoshis getting deposited in 50 wallet addresses at a time, in a set, and saying that this is one of the new malicious ways of being able to. So what? So if someone drops a little bit of Satoshi into my wallet, and then they can see through the address that they deposited it through blockchain analysis. But unless I incorporate it with more Litecoin and send it out, then it's on the next person.
Yeah, that's what they're, I guess, hoping.
So, what are they going to go hack the next person and hope that they can associate it back to me? But then, KYC in a lot of places already know who you are with your Litecoin. So
yes.
I'm still looking for what the value is and that they're gaining by putting your name to your account.
Well, I think it's also, I don't know. Actually, I'm not 100%. I think it is also that they get more actual information.
So is this just something to be talking about out here today? Is that kind of what's happening?
Yeah, Andy Anderson is asking, can you explain the dusting deal? It is supposed to be that they are supposed to be able to get access, hopefully, to your account.
Before I would have called it spamming the network. They used to do that before. They used to send a whole lot of transactions that were for one Satoshi on the Bitcoin network. And it was to clog up the network, right? To make it take more. They're talking about sending 546 Litecoin Satoshis to people's wallets to try to use it as a means to determine who owns the Litecoin wallets. And then once they gain your identity or the company's identity, they want to use it to extort you.
Yes, because it was supposed to be, they were only sending these micro, faucet amounts to pretty large
it's to get them into your wallet. It's to get them a means of tracking.
Yes, it's
right?
How you click the link and
it's how you generate a new address every time somebody sends you funds, right? You generate a new address for them to send you funds, and that's so that you don't have a lot of funds building up on one address that can be tracked. Well, they send you that little bit of Litecoin, and then they can track that little bit of Litecoin.
All right. Okay, we're good. No one's talking. Oh, although the funny AU says the old man revelation. I know. You're going to love it. He's already like an old man. So when it's actually time and nobody thinks he's weird as hell, it's going to be like dinner at 5, bed at 7, 8 o'clock. I get up when the chicken crows.
So we got a little bit going on with Bitcoin Satoshi's vision. That's not really one of the cryptocurrencies I talk about very often, but I think this might be a little bit of news. It was one of the other things I could find today that actually didn't have anything to do with the price. And it's more of the general ideals. They had a network upgrade, right?
Uh-huh.
That happens. We've been talking about those things on Bitcoin for a long time, right?
Yeah.
That network upgrades are one of the hardest things to do. This is why we have soft forks instead of hard forks. So no one is left behind, right?
Yeah.
Well, they upgraded their network. They had a hard fork, and about 20% of the Bitcoin Satoshi's Visions nodes have gotten left behind and are still continuing to mine and process transactions in the previous fork.
awesome. Wow.
So, I mean, I think it was BitMix was the one that was writing and giving confirmation of these things in the article. And they were saying, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. They just don't understand why. Is it that they're trying to protest the upgrade? Is it that they didn't upgrade, that they didn't know that those machines needed to be upgraded? But then there's more problems, right? We're looking at a significant portion of the Bitcoin Satoshis Vision nodes had problems processing a block recently that was 210 megabytes.
That's not good.
And they're saying that this is mostly based on the fact that a lot of what was required to process this block was virtual memory. It wasn't the same as the repeated data that was in the other formats that they had, like an older block that had that much this many megabytes would have been a lot of repeat data for it to go through.
Kenny Anderson says, okay. Yes. Okay. So we are not like the finite details of the dusting because I don't quite, I see what they can get from it, but how that is enough of the value, I mean, to extort.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I need to see, like, maybe Ivan on Tech will do a video on it and it'll be better because he's a programmer. But I can see where they're going to see your wallet, right? It's just that I assume at this point in time that none of my wallets are private unless I have gone through extreme measures to make sure that they are private. So it is just, I guess, if somebody dusted a wallet of mine that I went through extreme measures to be private, what are they going to do next? And then I could always just make sure that I separated out those Satoshis and never spent them, so that they'd just be dormant.
Yes. Just make sure they never have anything that they're attached to ever go anywhere.
I mean, I'm not a programmer. I don't understand it. I read the news just like you guys did. I seen some of the articles on this. And it's just that, I mean, we all did KYC, right? We all went through it over the last like 18 months. Everyone's KYC the crap out of us. So,
yeah.
Right? What are you going to do?
All right, now I'm getting bit by ants. Okay, continue. The funny oh great, the sun is really on the screen. That is awesome. The funny
well, you can move the screen in different directions too, Samantha. So there you go.
Only wallet that he believes is private are those mined via a VPN.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say much about what I got going on or how I do anything because that would just be doxing myself out here. I mean, there are ways to do things, right? It is just a matter of foresight and time, right? Time is that thing that is not measured in a way that you can go ahead and just do it all. You know, you can't do something right now to help hide something. You have to do it slowly, little by little over time. That is the period. That is the key. That is how these, people that are hacking these large exchanges and getting large sums of cryptocurrency, the ones that are doing anything that is likely to pay off in the end and not get them in jail, right? Yeah. They are taking their time because either they'll find a way to hide it through anonymity and time, or we'll get privacy on Bitcoin, right? Or we'll get privacy integrated into the Lightning Network as it gets scaling.
Yeah.
It will come down the pipeline. Is to just not be in a rush, but the problem is we all got to eat today, right? The mortgages still due this month, and it's wishful thinking to always want to put everything off in the future. So it's a matter of balancing it between what I got to have now and what I can live without, and what do I do in the future? Well, I know I got Bitcoin stacked away for the future, so hopefully it'll be bright. I continue to go to work every single day that I can to make my paycheck, and I cut my costs everywhere I can. And to get out there and spread Bitcoin awareness, I get out here on the internet and I ask you guys to go 50-50 with me and try to come up with a way for me to get out there and pass out Bitcoin flyers. I try to see if I get you guys to make me some thumbnails, help me make the flyers, do some interviews with me to pass out, some of this. Or just simply hit the thumbs up and share button, right? These are the little things and the big things that you can do to get involved. And that's all it takes, because awareness and all of that is really what I have found is going to come down to. You know, you can have the best advancements in the world. You can have the best graphic user interface. You can have the best coders working on things, the newest protocols. But unless you get a bunch of people using it, it don't mean anything. So we got to get people in this revolution, right? We got to get them to trade that fiat cash. Right now is a great time. Let's exploit this currency war to try to teach them that there is other forms of currency out there that are not controlled by a central party, which are not tied to these political agendas, right?
Mm-hmm.
You okay over there, Samantha? You are really having a tough time. I see you bouncing around. It is very distracting as I'm trying to stay on topic. It's okay. I'm just glad that you're here, because this is the commentary that keeps this show going.
I'm getting bit by fire ants, people. I am sorry. I am sorry.
Well, you better come out here with some powder as soon as we're done, because that's where you got to stand.
Yep. It's got to happen. I know. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to relocate.
I built a little makeshift table around the telephone pole here in the backyard and put a marble top on it that I had laying around, so Samantha would have a nice little bench to work off of. That's why the views changed up a little bit and we've gotten closer. But I guess all my diggings rustled up some ants.
It looks like they're only right here where I am standing, but whatever. Such is life.
That is the story of life. You make something nice, and let me tell you, there's ants crawling up your feet.
Okay. The Fundy says mining you can avoid KYC, no human interaction, and he agrees with you on the time.
Yeah, but the problem with mining is that I've gotten out there and I've tried it, and it's very difficult without having some technical skills, good sources of electricity, and funding, right? Because those ASICs are not cheap.
No.
And then once you start getting that kind of an investment, I mean, you're borderline looking at this. Just why didn't you just buy some Litecoin or Bitcoin that somebody else mined and sat on it for a little bit longer?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a personal choice of how much money you have, what you're looking for. But I mean, with me and how I buy Bitcoin in hundreds or $800 at a time, you know, ASIC miners cost thousands. I'd have to save to buy a miner.
Right. Yes. Yes, we would.
I mean, I think it's above. I think the price of an ASIC is above my credit card limit. I'd have to ask if they could split payments.
Well, you take 3 credit cards.
Exactly.
All right, we're good.
We're good. Nothing.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. If there's anything you want to talk about, please go ahead. Comment in the chat. Let me know what you got going on. Let me know what you're thinking this weekend about the cryptocurrency market. Do you think we're going to wake up? Because I was actually a little astonished. You know, I'm not going to lie. When I woke up and I seen the price was red, and I seen that we were, I think it was 11.5 when I woke up, or 11.450, something like that. And I was like, oh wow, I was expecting to be on the other side of 12. I was expecting this weekend to take up, but we've seen the weekend slumps. You know, so are we just going to have a weekend slump and we're actually going to have a big boost on Monday? You never know with this stuff. Cryptocurrency is a crazy, fickle game. It is like women. Sorry, Sammy.
Oh, Oh, Annie Anderson said, all my chickens got weaseled. Oh, like 8? Like, oh, we had one that got possumed. And we got one that got snaked. It couldn't even get it back out the snake hole.
I know it had to throw it up to leave. All right. So we got to get some funding, right, Samantha? That's one of the things that has been going on around here. I keep bringing it up a little bit that we need to get about another $100 together in the next, I don't even know, by the end of August here in order to be able to purchase these tickets. If not, we're probably going to have to switch up the tally fund. Right, we're going to have to switch it over to just the Electric Daisy Carnival, which is a month and a half later from the Wakanda Festival, and continue just donating the money over to the next set. We definitely don't want to have to run short again. It did not help us out at the last festival, and this one we are going to have to put more money out of our pocket than we usually do.
Because the camping,
so,
a whole other state.
If we could get some Satoshis for Sam in the tally fund or the donations, it would be a great thing to help out the channel. The super chats, it's a little late to be doing anything there in order to get it to us in time.
Yeah.
Besides that, we have the dark web episodes. I didn't reach out to Josh yet to see about scheduling the next one.
We need to do that.
We need to do that. Besides that, I've been talking with Samantha about what we want to do for the next one.
Yeah.
Because we're thinking that we're going to do another screen share together, but we might have to sit out here at the back table.
Yes.
Instead of indoors. So we're going to have to wait for a nice day for that one. Probably in the morning time, we'll film it and see if we can't upload it in the afternoon. So we'll be looking forward to that. You guys got to hit that notification bell. That's a great way to know when we're going to be coming out here and doing these things. With the way that it is now with YouTube, we are probably not going to preemptively be able to let you guys know when we're going to be coming live like we used to.
The cat going after something.
Why don't you run out there?
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy, I thought I had you. You look like you were ready to go. All right, you guys. Is that about it? Is there anything going on in the chat? I gave them a few moments to go ahead and ask their questions.
Oh, Josh said, yeah, hit me up.
All right.
And the funny, you said, I will email.
Okay, Fundy.
Yay.
I look forward to it. All right, you guys. Go out there. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Don't let the price of Bitcoin get you down because, hey, it'll be up by Monday. Trust me, it'll be something different before you know it. It's been a crazy ride. I'm strapped in. I'm ready to go to the moon. I hope you guys are too. And remember, keep that BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.